Hey there, everybody. How are you? Welcome to this month's Peaceful Eating event. This month, we are going to be talking about why stress causes us to put on weight, even if we're eating really well, and how to start breaking out of this pattern for good. So if you are new to me, my name is Claire Ketchum. Welcome. And I am on a mission to help health-conscious women uncover what's really blocking them from reaching and maintaining their feel-good weight. So if you know of anybody else who would benefit from watching these videos and learning information like this, please share it with them and help me spread the word. Okay, so again, this month we are talking about why stress causes us to gain weight no matter what we are eating. All right, so if you think back about when we were hunters and gatherers, our stress was mostly physical danger of being, killed by something, or maybe having to walk long distances to get to a source of food or to get to safety or something like that. So when the stress response is activated, what happens is our body releases hormones that help us to move or to fight. So one of the hormones that gets released is adrenaline and cortisol. And so what happens is when these are released, you also need to have more sugar in your blood in order to be able to run away or to fight. But if you're just sitting in your chair, because most of our stress just happens in our minds. We're just thinking about something, we're worrying about something, maybe we feel lonely, maybe we feel nervous, maybe we just, got a big bill in the mail that we weren't expecting, right? I just got an email about some identity theft going, it just happens, right? Things happen that are stressful, and we cannot avoid them, but we don't have the response that causes us to run away or to fight, which uses that sugar that's in our blood, right? So we're not using that sugar, and what happens is when we don't use that sugar, our blood sugar will get too high, so our body will release insulin, and insulin's job is to take that sugar out of your blood and to store it as fat for later. Now, this was great when food wasn't readily available, right? Because we didn't want to waste energy like that. We didn't want to just have it be burned off if we weren't using it, right? If we didn't need it, we wanted to save it. Nowadays, we have food available to us most of the time, so we don't really need this function anymore, but that doesn't really matter. That's how our body is set up. So if you are stressed about something, worried about something, anxious about, just overthinking about, what that person said, what I should have said instead, and it just activates that stress response, you are releasing the sugar into your blood, which causes you to eventually, if you don't use it, store it as fat. So that is how you can gain weight by not eating anything, right? It doesn't cause, if you're sitting here worrying about something, you're not actually eating something, but you are releasing what is called glucagon, which is your stored sugar to help you be able to run away or to fight this supposed predator that you don't actually have. It's just happening in your brain. Okay, so what do we do about this? So what I teach all my Peaceful Eating Method clients is that they need to have go-to strategies that reduce their stress in two different ways. So the first way is you want to have strategies that you can use in the moment. My boss just, got yelled at me in front of my coworkers and I feel totally embarrassed and I'm pissed off, or I'm embarrassed, or I'm mortified, or whatever. What could you do in that moment to reduce that stress quickly, right? And that is very dependent on where you are at the moment. And then the second thing that is a really great habit to get into is to have a daily practice that reduces your stress overall. So those are the two pieces that I have all of my Peaceful Eating Method clients put into place. There's so many different ways you can do it. It depends on your personality, what you like. But if you want some ideas, please post in a comment, like tell me what your stress is, and then I can give you some suggestions, because there's so many. I couldn't possibly sit here and list all of the different ways you could reduce stress, because it really is dependent on where you are in the moment, where you are in your life, what works for you, what you like, what you'll actually do, all of those things taken into consideration. And you do not want the thing that you are doing to reduce stress to make you feel stressed, right? Like that will work against you. Okay, so as a recap, when you are in a stress response, even if it is a really low level stress, like, oh, like I just got this unexpected bill and now I got to figure out where that money's coming from, and you're just sort of worried about it. You know, you're not like panicked about it, but you know, you're slightly worried and you're kind of thinking about it. You are releasing the stress hormones. And eventually that's going to release the glucagon, which is the sugar, which then gets stored as fat. So that is just, you just want to have strategies in place so that you're not doing that all day, every day, right? We do not want that. Okay, so if you have any questions, please reach out. And if you do not follow me on Instagram, please come on over and join us over there. I am at claireketchum.ck. Okay, bye for now. Have a great day.